we talked last night about not falling into the trap today. It seemed like you had a good enough first period, but what sort of changed as the game moved along?
Yeah, I thought the first was good. Similar to the game in Hartford that we lost, I thought, where we were really good in the first, a little slow first 5, but then I think the shots were 15-3 basically in the second half of the period. And some pucks laying in the crease that we got to finish. And then, a tough one on the first goal where we just gets behind Chase and we lost a race. I thought we were in a pretty good spot. It was a 2v3 rush. And then the penalties. I mean, I'm still not sure what picked up on it, but that's a follow through puck that he has. It's not a penalty. And then it goes downhill from there. Kopi's stick breaks in the 5-on-3. Just it was one of those games where it felt like what could go wrong went wrong. And we're not going to run the table. There's 72, so let's just get back at it and kind of regroup for Tuesday.
So I know it's kind of a tough spot to put Larson in, tail end of a back-to-back, and he hasn't played in 3 weeks. Not to put blame on him, but the team didn't really help him out too much in front of him either.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't our night. Like I said, I think we had an opportunity to put him away in the first period. Some really high-end looks, and we didn't. And get in penalty trouble, and that's why.
Is that sort of just maybe the learning lesson? You say you're not going to run the table, but things could pile up quickly and kind of snowball.
Yeah, I think for sure, and I think that they give credit to some of the guys like single Tomasino, like a guy who's battling some adversity right now, gets sent down, feels like he should be an NHLer, and he competed his ass off right down to the end of the clock striking 0 in the third period. And it's a lesson for there's opportunities up top right now, and it's a good lesson where some other guys, I think, there wasn't a lot of fight in the third period, which I thought was disappointing, where to see a guy like that, him and Pustey, that line was a real bright spot, I thought, for us today, where they competed right to the end of the game, and we're dialed in, and we need everybody doing that. Last night was a great game, but I know it's easy to have for a game like that against another great team, but now we gotta, the games today, we gotta be ready to go, and just felt like we there's no life on the bench in the second period. Opening face-off, we weren't ready. You could tell we iced it off a clean win, and then we're just chasing the rest of the period. And they got 4. That's about it.
I know we talked about Dufour. It seems like now that he's getting his legs under him, he's starting to be more noticeable and start to really make an impression for you guys.
Yeah, obviously with Sammy getting moved out, it opens up some opportunity for a guy like that. And he's been great, really patient. Kind of short end of the stick early when he got here because of his immigration. We literally couldn't get him in. We were quite short staffed. We just weren't able, couldn't play. And now that he's here, and then we kind of got healthy, got guys back, and then he's an odd man out. With Sammy going out, he's got an opportunity. I thought he was really good last night too. He had that chance in the second where they're going to an unbelievable save. Great shot today. He's a guy who can score from anywhere. He's just, as he gets more comfortable in how we want to play and do things, he'll continue to get better.
So do you after a game like this, getting the same team again, on Tuesday night? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just good that we're going to get back at it Tuesday night, regardless of who we're playing. Again, we weren't great. Weren't as bad as the score, I don't think, but just get back at it on Tuesday.